Hi guys, I don't even know if I'm live.
Wow.
I'm here with my little 3-year-old. Do you want to sit on my lap? So I just wanted to. Oosh, there he is. Say hello. Hi. Say hello, Elvis fans. I'm sat here with my 3-year-old. His name is Tina. I got my cup of tea. I still haven't learnt how to use this live stuff. I don't even know if we're live, so I told it to schedule in 5 minutes, but it's saying on here that I'm live, so I don't know what that means. Anyway, I just want to say I did a series of videos with Elvis's funeral, and I specifically chose vintage footage that shows the funeral procession and them carrying the coffin in, and the limousine, the long, massive line of limousines going down Elvis Presley Boulevard. And I didn't want footage that had been made like 3D quality, and I wanted footage that made you feel like it was 1977 and you were stood in the crowd. I was alive. I'm 56 years old. So I was 10 years old when I heard the terrible news that Elvis had passed. I was on a Cub Scouts holiday, and we were all told, it was on the front page of a British newspaper called The Sun, which at the time was probably the most used. Shh, you've got to be quiet. Come and sit on my lap if you want.
No.
Was probably the biggest tabloid of the UK. It was front page news and in the Daily Mail, and obviously around the whole world. And I just wanted my funeral footage that I did voiceover on it to make me feel like it was 1977. I wanted the viewers to also feel that way, my subscribers. I also wanted to talk over the footage so that I could, with my subscribers, talk about how it affected me, how I felt, and my views. And then it allows you as my subscribers to comment, and maybe if I've done my job well with this footage of the funeral, maybe it will jog memories for you and bring back feelings that you'd forgotten about, and maybe even make you feel like you were there watching the funeral procession. I know the funeral took place on the 18th of August, and it is said that 18,000 people came. This is what I've read on Google, but I've had messages from subscribers saying there was a hell of a lot more than that. Now, what I didn't expect when people were messaging me, no, that's a bit noisy, you can't really do that. Can we do that in a minute? He's trying to show off to you. What I didn't expect, even the dogs are enjoying it. What I didn't expect was, I'm sorry if the banging's bothering you. Right, go on your scooter there, look. Here we go. Have a little ride on your scooter. There's some showing off for you. What I didn't expect was people to message me that had done the walk past in Graceland and viewed Elvis in his casket, in the coffin, basically. And I know there was massive queues to do this. And I also know it was a very, very hot day. And many people around Memphis have traveled hundreds and hundreds of miles, hours and hours, and were waiting and waiting, and just wanted to be, got a cough, in amongst the crowds. And some of the funeral footage is actually quite emotional, especially when the lady runs in front of the hearse. I found that almost brought me to tears. The other part that made me feel very emotional was the part where they were carrying the coffin from the hearse to into the I can't remember what it's called now, but out of the hearse. I found that difficult to watch. And then you've got the bits where the crowd are rushing towards the hearse. I found that difficult to watch. And then you've got the police, and the police are saluting. It's just so obvious that there was an outpouring of love in Memphis for Elvis, and everyone came out of all ages to watch and be part of this very special day, this very upsetting and almost shocking day at the funeral. I think people were still just getting used to the news that had been announced that Elvis had died. And then obviously 2 days later, there's this very public funeral that was another sort of distressing time for Elvis fans. And then I've read that Vernon specifically wanted this funeral to be held at Graceland, so the fans and the public could be part of it. And I think he disagreed with other family members so that this funeral could be such a public spectacle. And I think it was the right decision, because I do think Elvis fans did have the right to be part of this, because they loved him so much and admired him. And Elvis had been part of their lives since the mid-1950s. So I think the public deserve that right. Do you want to sit here, do you? Yeah. All right, let me just move this. Anyway, let's put this chair. Gina wants to sit with me. There we are. Anyway, so going on. So I did this footage. It was about 10 minutes long. And all right, mate, having a cup of tea. Just so you know, I'm 56 years old, and I've been an Elvis fan since I was 6 years old. And Elvis, without knowing it, transformed my life. So I have a very genuine love for Elvis that is deep in me. I feel like I knew him even though I didn't. I know many of you feel like I feel. Yes.
It's magic. You sit down.
I know, isn't it funny? Yeah. Anyway, right, you need to be a bit quiet while we talk. Yes. No, so I did it. It's a 10-minute video I've done, and quite emotional to watch. But then I decided to break it into 10 shorts. And what I did not expect was each short, which had a different title, I didn't realize that each short would have quite a prolific reaction from subscribers, commenting on if they were there or their feelings and or where they were when he passed or on the day of the funeral. And I actually found it really, really interesting. And I tell you what, some of those comments, you go back and read a few of them, they are very emotional and heartfelt and interesting, and comments that I wasn't expecting. So it's obvious that the whole world was in mourning, and I actually think still in mourning. And I know it's a bit unusual because it's funeral footage, oh, thank you. But I really enjoyed this funeral footage.
Why the TV's not working?
I don't know. Why don't you sit on my lap and stop being annoying? My son is being annoying. Anyway, I can't keep going for too long. But what I'm trying to say is that this footage has had tens of thousands of views, not just on YouTube, but on TikTok and Instagram and Facebook, and I'm gobsmacked by the reaction I've got from this funeral footage because I know that hang on, I need to finish now, Tina. I just want to finish this a little bit, and then I'm gonna have to give him attention. You're so cute. Oh yes. Anyway, I know that even though we've all watched this footage many times, we still get affected by it. 50 odd years later, we are still affected, and we still want to watch it. And I am just blown away in a good way and it just reminds me just how much Elvis is still truly still loved. And please comment to me how you felt about the footage, where you were, how old you were, and how Elvis affected your life, and how you feel about me posting funeral footage. Because obviously some people just think, oh, I don't want to watch it, I've seen it too many times. And I just want to say to all of you, I really appreciate you subscribing to my channel and being part of my journey that I have with Elvis from 6 years old to now 56. And I do it from the heart. I absolutely adore Elvis. And my channel is everything Elvis and anything to do with Elvis. So recently I've done the Neil Diamond interview talking about when he met Elvis and how kind Elvis was to him on the set of Clambake and Speedway. And that had a massive reaction. I think literally thousands and thousands of people that really do love Neil Diamond. And he is amazing and he's one of my favorites. But then I had the Lee Majors one, which also had an amazing reaction. And then because he obviously was given the TCB logo necklace, and it brought him to tears. And then the other one, the Bill Bixby one, the Incredible Hulk Man, which I know we all loved. You know, the Incredible Hulk, the $6 Million Man. And we all loved that in the 70s. And I know it was $6 Million Man was a bit late for Elvis, but I also know that Elvis admired Lee Majors because of the Western, the cowboy type series that he was in. So, and I think it was too late for the Incredible Hulk, but I know that Elvis really got on well with Bill Bixby on set. So I'm really pleased with the reaction I've been getting from the footage that I'm doing that is Elvis and his friendships with people like Tom Jones. So, and even with the Linda Thompson interviews, I'm really discovering that she was amazing to Elvis, and she was such a great girlfriend to him and so loyal and really did be respectful towards Elvis. Even now, years and years and years, and every interview you watch of Linda Thompson, she truly loved Elvis and she always gave him 100% respect, even though he was unfaithful to her. And they had quite a difficult relationship because he was becoming quite unwell whilst they were together. And she's a stunning girl. She's a beautiful lady. And then I want to do some more videos of friendships that Elvis had, like James Brown. Someone sent me a message the other day about doing a video of Scatter, his monkey, which I'm going to do. I've got to find some more information out about that. I'm going to do more videos on his ex-girlfriends, Ginger Alden, and other ones. And I'm just going to keep responding to comments from the subscribers who are asking me different things. And then I'm trying to make these videos based on what subscribers want from me. So there was one in particular who asked me for the Lee Majors one. And but I love Lee Majors. I love the $6 Million Man because I was probably 10, 11 years old when that was being shown in the UK, and it just blew me away. So with the Hulk, I was a bit younger with the Hulk, I think. So please let me know if there's any specific videos you'd like me to make that are always linked back to Elvis Presley. And it's unbelievable just how many different friendships Elvis had with different very famous people, and how many very famous people that Elvis really admired and looked up to and respected. And that was a biggie with Tom Jones. I've noticed that. So I think I'm going to end it now with my live stream. I hope you've enjoyed it. I love making videos. I love doing research and searching out vintage footage. And this is what I'm going to be doing over the next few weeks. I'm going to be finding as much vintage footage as I can find that I'm allowed to use without any copyright problems. And I'm going to do a voiceover on as many as I can find. But I really do want the interaction from the Elvis fans all over the world. I know you Americans are massively supporting my channel, and I really appreciate it. It really means a lot to me. I know a lot of you are over 40, 50, 60, 70, and that's great. Yeah, and I love all ages. Even and when I see young people, teenagers, and people in their 20s, 30s, I just feel so lucky that I've got so many subscribers on this amazing channel that just started off for me as just a love for Elvis. I just posted one video just because I wanted to show that I am a loyal fan, and it had such a big reaction that it went from there that I just grew and grew. My channel just grew and grew and grew. So that's it. Thanks, everyone. All the best from Louis in the UK. It's a cold day today. It's a bit rainy. My wife's at work. My wife is a teacher. I'm looking after Tino. I have 5 children, and they're all at school except for Tino. And it's about, what is the time? I think it's around 11 a.m. in the UK. All the best to you, and I'll catch you on the next video.